Hey guys, welcome to History Behind the Warrior, and today we're going to be talking about Shujinko. Now Shujinko is quite a strange character, being extremely old in his first appearance, but having a story that weaves in and out of the Mortal Kombat franchise. Now if we go to the very beginning when he was a young teenager in the conquest mode of Mortal Kombat Deception, we learn that he is trained by Bo-Rai Cho and has the dream of defeating the sorcerer Shang Tsung. Might I also say that this takes place way before Mortal Kombat 1, so Liu Kang is yet to be the one that defeats Shang Tsung. Now after training under Bo-Rai Cho for some time, he'd be approached by a being called Damashi. Now Damashi explained that he was an emissary of the Elder Gods and was looking for a fighter with great talents like Shujinko, and Damashi explained to him that he would have to embark on a quest that would please the gods, saying that in return for his service he would gain great power and knowledge. Of course, Shujinko, being quite young and naive and very arrogant of himself, he accepted. This would lead him to travel to many realms, as he was required to get a Kami Dogu from each one. Damashi had also given Shujinko the ability to learn by fighting someone, allowing him to replicate and absorb any information from whoever he fought. Now whilst travelling through the realms, he came into contact with many people, such as Havoc, Ashura and Ermac. He would even at one point fight against Shang Tsung, with the battle coming to a draw. Shang Tsung even gave him the opportunity to participate in the Mortal Kombat tournament, but Shujinko would decline as he was on his own quest. He'd also fight alongside the Lin Kuei, in which he learned the truth about the Cryomancery secrets, even getting involved in a war between the Order Realm and Chaos Realm. After acquiring Kami Dogus from the Nether Realm, Chaos Realm and Order Realm, he would travel to Outworld, in which he would face off against Baraka and his Tarkatan Horde, as the Horde was ordered by Shao Kahn to destroy a city. With assistance from the Realm of Order, they were able to destroy the Tarkatan Horde. His journey would then take him towards Edenia, in which he assisted Queen Sindel drive off an invasion force from Shao Kahn. As a form of gratitude, Shujinko was handed personally by Queen Sindel the 6th Kami Dogu. He would then take the 6 Kami Dogus to the Nexus to present them before the Elder Gods. But Shujinko had been deceived, as Damashi all along had in fact been Onaga, former ruler of Outworld. Now while Shujinko had been manipulated, a lot of things had happened in the Mortal Kombat universe. Outworld had obviously been defeated, Shinnok's attempt to retake Earthrealm had once again failed, formation of the Deadly Alliance consisting of Quan Chi and Shang Tsung would lead to the death of Shao Kahn and Liu Kang, and the final assault from Earthrealm on the Deadly Alliance had also failed, leading to the death of many of Earthrealm's best fighters. And Onaga believed that now was the correct time, as all of his competitors were defeated, and he did not see Shujinko as a threat. Onaga would then leave with the 6 Kami Dogus, and Shujinko was left there rather confused at what just happened, in which he would learn that Onaga had the plan of merging all of the realms, and Onaga had the ability to do this when he finally got his hands on the Amulet of Shinnok, in which he then had the plans of becoming the One Being, a deity that was so powerful it could destroy all of the Elder Gods. Shujinko felt guilt for what he had done, as he more or less wasted his entire life hoping to do the right thing, but instead brought forth a powerful being that has the potential to destroy all life that's around. Now Shujinko had a plan. He would side with Bo-Rai Cho and his forces, and they would force their way through the Outworld forces into Onaga's throne room, in which Shujinko would then use his ability to absorb other fighters' energy to battle Onaga, and Shujinko was successful in defeating him. But before he could finish the Dragon King, Nightwolf had teleported and bounded Onaga's soul to the Netherrealm, using the Sin Eater ritual as a way of keeping him there for all eternity. Now although this battle was over, Armageddon was on its way. Now after Onaga's defeat, Shujinko would begin venturing Earthrealm, as he was given a mission personally from Princess Kitana, in which he was supposed to spy on Outworld. But once again, he's in fact deceived, as the mission he was given wasn't in fact from Kitana, but Melina, who was posing as Kitana at the time. Now he'd next be seen in Mortal Kombat Armageddon's Conquest mode, in which Taven finds Shujinko in one of Shao Kahn's dungeons. After he's freed, Shujinko claims that he allowed himself to be captured on purpose, in which he then leaves Outworld, with Taven remarking that he's in fact a fool. Shujinko is then next seen during the Battle of Armageddon on the Forces of Light. Much like everyone else that participates in that battle, he does die. Shujinko does in fact return in the new timeline, first in comics, then a little bit in the game. Now in this timeline, Shujinko is in China guarding the Chaos Realm Kami Dogu, but when he comes into contact with the Chaos Realm of Havoc, he is corrupted. along with many other monks in the temple. At this point, Shujinko is only used as a pawn of havoc, as Shujinko is scheduled to have a meeting with Hanzo and his young student Takeda. Now Hanzo recognized Havoc, but Shujinko was able to convince him that he was in fact just a monk now. Of course, this was all a ruse. So when Takeda was partnered with Shujinko and Hanzo was partnered with Havoc, they would spring a surprise trap on the two. Shujinko was easily able to overpower the extremely young Takeda at the time, capturing him and forcing him to watch as Havoc killed Hanzo. Now after Hanzo was killed, Takeda was forced to leave the temple. And this is the last we see of Shujinko in the comics. Now when Havoc was killed in the comics, all the people under his influence were freed, which means he's somewhere in the new timeline. Now might I also add, he did make a very small cameo in Cassie's ending in Mortal Kombat X, where he's killed by her when she mistakes him for Shang Tsung. Of course this is a tower ending, so it can be canon and it cannot be canon, so it could go either way really. So put in the comments below, what do you think has happened to Shujinko? Of course NRS have actually been planning to erase many characters from the 3D era and the older era of the games to bring in new characters, so I personally think there's a very large chance that Shujinko might have in fact been killed. But anyway, that's kind of it for Shujinko. I personally have never really liked this character, as I kind of see him as an extremely naive guy, even in his old age. And he's at his best as a side character, not as a main character. But hey, that's just me. But anyway guys, as always, please comment, like, subscribe, feel free to contribute towards my Patreon, and I will see you guys next time.